It's leaking from here, going down past the starter motor, down onto the oil pan, and onto the ground. Hey guys, this is the VTEC Solenoid, and I'm glad on this engine it's on the front. It will be easy to get out. Some Honda engines, it's located either on the side or on the back. This here is specific to the second generation Honda Jazz, Fit, 5th Gen City, and the same part numbers are used in other generation models for these small engines. I will list specific details and models in the comment section. You do not have to remove the air assembly housing like I did here. I just did it to get a better camera angle. Now this is the connector for the VTEC solenoid. Going to disconnect that. We have to get this wire harness out of the way. We have two 10mm bolts here, and I will also disconnect a NOx sensor plug. It will give us some more room. Looking at the parts diagram, I'm replacing the main gasket that shows as number 6 and an O-ring number 12. If you are replacing the complete VTEC solenoid assembly, it will already come with new seals. I'm going to crack loose this 12mm bolt that has the O-ring. I'll explain later why this exists. We have three 10mm bolts that have to be removed. I cannot tell where this is leaking from, but overall the seal is pretty flat, expected with age. I'll just carefully pry this out. Do not damage the housing. You saw the gasket break. It's pretty hard. No wonder it doesn't seal. Now this mesh filter is clean. Like I cannot see maybe a little bit of debris, hardly anything. And this is because of regular oil changes. I have 230,000 kilometers on the clock, and this mesh filter proves that this car has had regular oil changes throughout its life. This bolt exists because you can attach an oil pressure gauge to check if the VTEC system oil pressure is normal. If not, there could be some blockage in the oil passages or the mesh filter. On the Honda Fit, for example, you will have an oil pressure switch here, and other Honda models too. For the Honda Jazz and City, it's just a bolt. Now I'm going to soak a cloth with cleaner. You can use either brake cleaner or throttle body cleaner and clean this mess up. I'm not going to spray anything inside because it already looks very clean. I do not want any cleaner to remain inside. I'm going to clean the grooves where the gasket will sit. This O-ring, I coated it with a thin layer of engine oil. I will tighten this later once it's on the vehicle. With this gasket, make sure it is seated properly in the grooves. And the service manual doesn't state to use any oil on it, and it does make sense because we are going to press this against the engine block. The gasket here is seated nice and evenly. These three bolts, I'm going to screw it in stages so that this presses evenly against the block. I've already cleaned the mating surface of the block. You have to make sure it's properly clean so that it has a proper seal. As for these bolts, do not over tighten these. These can easily snap. The torque spec on this is only 9.8 Newton meters. It's all done. Put this wire harness back with the bolts and plug in the knock sensor. Changing your oil on time is important, and at the same time rev your engine higher every now and then. This will get fresh oil flowing into the VTEC solenoid. If you found my video useful, please consider a subscribe. That would really help. As always guys, thanks for watching.